In this video, I'm going to compare the movie Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, one of the recent DreamWorks films, to the movie Elemental, one of the recent Pixar films that came out during 2023. I saw Elemental in theaters when it came out along with a friend of mine. I watched Ruby Gillman for the first time at home. I have not yet rewatched either one of these movies. In general, right now, I'm not rewatching all that many movies. For the most part, I'm watching films I haven't seen before, or I'm watching seasons of television. Either seasons of television, they're part of a show I haven't seen before, or new seasons of a TV show that I have seen before. Now, I think that Ruby Gillman is a mid-tier DreamWorks film. I don't think it's one of the best DreamWorks movies, but I don't think it's one of the worst. I don't think it's in the same category as Ants, B-Movie, Shark Tale, Trolls, Boss Baby, Shrek the Third. I don't really think a lot of people think that it's one of the worst DreamWorks movies. I think the general consensus is that, yeah, it's fine. It's just not all that interesting, which is basically my thoughts on the movie as well. I mean, I like the twist about mermaids being the bad guys, krakens being the good guys. That's interesting, goes against what you would normally expect. I think the visuals in this movie work, story and characters work, they're just not all that memorable. It certainly feels somewhat familiar. You have a story about generational conflict, parents and a kid, specifically a mom and a daughter, not getting along. Feels like stuff we've seen before in other animated movies. Brave is something that comes to my mind right away, to be honest. Now, I like the fact that in the third act, our main Kraken character actually shows these other people that she's a good guy, not a monster. That's nice, but when it comes to which movie I'm more likely to rewatch, Elemental or Ruby Gillman, I think Elemental is the one I'm more inclined to rewatch. Now, I don't think Elemental is one of the best Pixar films. I don't think it's up there with some of the Pixar classics like Monsters Inc. or Toy Story or Up or Wall-E, but I really enjoy Elemental. Sure, I think that there's some things the filmmakers could have cut out, like, for example, the third act where well, not the whole third act, but part of it involves the city being flooded. I don't think you needed that. Plus, there is a whole like subplot in the movie about leaky pipes. I think part of the movie involves getting a permit. I don't think we needed that stuff because the core reason why the movie works is not any of that. It's the romance, the immigration story. I like the idea of doing a rom-com but adding a Pixar twist to it. I think that's pretty interesting. I like the idea that you have this city where all these elemental creatures live. One's composed of fire, water, earth, anything like that. I think Elemental has really good visuals. Sure, the movie doesn't have the interesting creative animation that you see in Spider-Verse or Mitchell's vs. the Machines or TMNT, Mutant Mayhem, or Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Even Wild Robots somewhat, though not to the same degree. Still, the animation in Elemental is very well done. I think that they spent a bit too much on a rom-com. Don't think that was a wise decision on Pixar's part, but still, I really enjoy Elemental and don't have too many problems with it. I think the voice acting and story are well done. I think you buy into the relationship between Ember, the fire lady, and Wade, the water guy. I think it's really sweet that Wade just expresses his emotions really obviously without holding back at all, thus he cries a lot. I think that overall Elemental's a little more interesting than Ruby Gillman, stands out more memorable in my mind, so I feel like I have more to say about it. I mean, sure, I like how in the third act of Ruby Gillman, our main Kraken girl shows everyone else that she's actually the good guy, not a monster. She actually is happy by the end, is even dancing with her classmates. That's nice, but I think that Elemental makes a bigger impression. I'll wrap things up for this video.